Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, citizens over on YouTube, man. So what's taking place right now? Boy, you ain't gonna believe what's taking place in Mexico City. They're tearing up. The Mexicans are tearing up Mexico City. They're painting "Kill Gringos" on the wall. They are highly upset. And you know what they're upset about? I'm going to include a link below too, so you can see the chaos that's ensuing. So think about this for a second. We have civil unrest, political turmoil. We have politicians, as well as your neighbors and everybody else, playing with you, mental gymnastics. We have a mess of stuff that is going on in this world. A literal mess of stuff. Now, let me paint this picture, see if I can get this thing right. Ooh, come on, son. Oh boy. Let me see if I can get this thing right, because that's the reason why it's called Straightway Truth, because I'm a man of truth. I believe in the truth. I don't like liars. I just don't. But anyway, so other countries can open up their borders and let the less desirable citizens and all them just literally flood into the United States of America, out of which the Democratic Party here in America, we all seen it. 4 years, the floodgates were just literally open. Now they're being deported faster than they were coming in. And of course, you have two diverse opinions. You have the liberal opinion, and you have the conservative opinion. And everybody's talking about it, because Americans don't want people here in this country that are here illegally, because you're actually breaking the law. Is that right? But then when you start deporting all these people and you sending them back to their countries of origins, or if they were in a country like Nicaragua or something like that, Honduras or any one of these third world countries, right? And then they end up getting sent back, but on their way, they stop in Mexico City, decide they're going to be there. Well, watch this. Just like the majority of the Americans do not like illegal aliens, they keep changing their title. Illegal immigrants, illegal migrants, anybody's coming in this country illegal. Just like Americans don't like that, we found out that these same people in other countries like Mexico, they don't like it either. Matter of fact, in Mexico, they don't like it so much, they don't want you gringos. They don't mind you coming down there vacationing. But as far as living, no. I don't understand what "Kill Gringos" has to do with an influx of migrants, unless, if I'm using my mind trying to think a certain way, unless it comes from them being upset that America is deporting all these less desirables, or these people who are coming over from other countries. And of course, they're upset. They're tearing up Mexico City, ripping it apart. I don't understand the destruction of somebody else's business, your own people, as well as here in America. I don't understand the vandalism of somebody else's property, how that's going to solve anything. I mean, why protest people privately owned businesses? If you're going to protest, shouldn't you be protesting against the government? I mean, now mind you, the government has a way they want you to protest. They want you to show up for a day or two, hold up your sign, say "we shall overcome," all this old good stuff without war and conflict, and they know you're going to go home the next day. They know you're going home the next day. It's like when they was doing all that protests up in New York and all these other liberal cities. I said, don't worry about winter's coming. They're going to stop this protest stuff when it get cold outside. And what did they do? They stopped it. Government knows that all they got to do is wait you out. But I tell you, man, chaos is all over the place here in this world. It seems that other countries have the same sentiment as the people here in America, that we don't want people coming over here in this country illegally. Because, I mean, we already have our own social issues and troubles and problems, and we don't need to add to it. by inviting in gang members and having our citizens beheaded and killed and murdered and raped and thrown off of mountains and into seas and cut up and slashed and thrown into ponds and ran over and tortured. And no, we don't need all that, man. We don't need all that. But then when it comes to their own country, they protest solemnly against their own government. They hate it. So let me see. Mexico City don't want migrants. None of these other countries want migrants. But the United States of America, according to the way that a lot of people think, including these spiritually retarded people here in America, we're supposed to just let anybody and everybody into our country and let them do whatever the hell they want to do and give them Medicaid, Medicare, give them jobs, give them credit cards with unlimited limits on it, at least start off with $50,000 so they can survive, give them food, shelter, clothing, housing, and everything else. And that is supposed to be okay. But when you try that in another country, they protest. They tear down the infrastructure. Civil unrest is everywhere. People are getting hurt. Buildings are being burned. Cities are being burned. Chaos is ensuing and pursuing everywhere, showing their rejection of migrants from other countries. And of course, whose fault is it? The white man. That's what they're basically saying. You've got to understand, man, it's the rule of the Europeans. It's the time and the rule of the Europeans. And until another regime come along or another country, that's just the way it's going to be. Everybody's going to dance to that song and dance. That's what they're going to do until somebody comes and overthrows it and starts another one. That is the way that things work in history. I know you don't like it. I know you don't like it. But it sure does says a lot about the character. It says a lot about the culture. It says a lot about the individual person in the way that they process thought here today. You see, YouTube, like other social medias, has done made it so that everybody has a voice. The problem is you got to be determined to use your self-autonomy, because everybody has a voice on here is not intelligent. Most people are communicating from feelings and emotions. They can't speak from facts because they can't articulate stuff well. Or either like a lot of people, you watch them, a lot of people use my phrases and words and stuff, and a lot of times they use them out of context. But that's fine and good. Flattery, is one of, copying me as the best form of flattery. But anyway, but you got to pay attention to how people process thought. Here in America, they don't care about your religious association, or unless you keep the commandments. And I'll make a video about that too. But man, it's being burnt down. The house is burning down. And so let me see. Americans need to see what other countries think about when illegal immigrants, migrants, or whatever the hell you want to call them, when they come into another country. Now you need to see what they think. And then maybe you'll be able to see how off a lot of people are. Because a lot of people are sincerely off. And I mean off.